And we'll be asking some of you to say hello and give some testimonies for us at the end. Hello on my smiling faces. Happy Easter Sunday. Well, thank you all for joining us. My name is Tonya Lawrence, and I'm coming to you from the Columbia, Maryland area. I am an independent ambassador, travel savings ambassador with iBuumerang. So happy to be here with you and share with you all information about a company that has made just a big change in the way network marketing is done around the world. And so without further ado, I'm going to share a powerful presentation with you. Let me share my screen here. Okay, as I was saying, our company, iBuumerang, is a company that's just over a year old. And in that very short period of time, we've grown into over 180 countries around the world with over 50,000 ambassadors and over 500,000 customers. Guys, I'm telling you, our momentum has been unprecedented. We were ranked as the #1 fastest growing momentum based company in 2019 by Business for Home magazine. So excited about so many of the accolades. But what we want to talk about this evening is how this company can make a difference for you and how it can impact your life. And so here we go. We're going to start with our disclaimer. Simply saying that this company talk about money, it will talk about the incomes that have been generated and can be generated. But when it comes to you, it really depends on the work and the effort that you put in, just like with anything else. So there are no income guarantees. We're just talking about the models that we put together and the success that's possible by following our systems. And so here it is. Our CEO had a vision. He said it was time for network marketing to evolve. Wanted to take us from make sure that we were a first class experience for customers without ambassadors having to sell anything. If you've ever been in network marketing, you've probably had the occasion to call your friends and family and try to get, especially your mom or people that really cared about you, to buy something that was overpriced to help you meet your sales quota for that month. Well, our CEO wanted to do something different, and you'll see why. So we're taking network marketing from the taxi cab era, where only the strong recruiters won or people had to sell things, and we're taking the modern era where we are able to help save customers money and make a huge difference. And we are using technology to help our ambassadors in an unprecedented way. Let's talk about this visionary leadership from our CEO. Remember, I talked about him wanting us to not be in a position that many companies have been in, or ambassadors have been in for the industry as a whole, of selling things and doing things that maybe didn't make you feel comfortable. Most people don't like selling, right? You don't like selling. You like making money, but you don't like selling. So he said, let's change that. And so you can see on this timeline of his life and his business success track record that he was just like many of us. In the 1990s, he was in a position where he never made more than $500 a month for 7 years, guys. Think about the tenacity that it takes for someone to keep going year after year when they're not making enough, probably to even pay a car payment or to pay their mortgage, but he kept going. And he said it was in that time frame where he learned the most. And that's key. And you'll figure out soon why he has become such a visionary leader in the industry as a whole. In 1997, he developed a formula and a system to help achieve rapid success. So all those years of learning helped him get to a spot where he was able to help people use a formula to create success. Remember I said that in the beginning? So we're not guaranteeing income, but we say if you use our formula, you can achieve levels of success that you haven't in the past. And so in 2009, he was able to break record earnings in the network marketing industry and become the person to earn the most income ever in network marketing history around the world from one position. He earned over $110 million from his position alone. But that's not what he was most proud of. He will tell you anytime you talk to him about it, what he was most proud of is the fact that he supported over 45 people and helping them become multimillionaires. And so that talks to you again about the character of our leadership. Here we are in 2019. He finally said, I've been looking for a company to do something that I thought was right. Now it's time for me to start my own company. And iBuumerang was formed. So we all know it takes more than just one person. You need a team, right? And so here we have our leadership team that is second to none. We have our CEO, Mr. Holton Buggs, who is the visionary and founder of our company. We have our VP of operations, Mr. T. Gray, who was one of those people that had worked with him over the last 12, 15 years and watched his models, watched his success, actually grew and became successful himself and learned how to operate things in a manner that our CEO would like to, and used his corporate background along with his network marketing skills to come together to become the VP of operations for our company. We have Mr. Mark Kifkart, who is also a marketing executive, and he also worked with Mr. Buggs and had tremendous success in network marketing, come together, and now he's the VP of our marketing. I mean, just talk about that right there. For any company that is in the network marketing industry, it is very rare that your top executives also have network marketing experience. And not just, they were the top at one company that they went to, but over 28 years of network marketing experience and seeing multiple levels of success. So they can relate to the person that's just getting started, and they are true advocates for distributors. And they can relate to the person who's very successful. How do we continue to mold you, push you, and help you grow? And so the CEO of our travel sector is Mr. David Manning from Extreme. We also have the phenomenal Mr. Peter Hirsch, who is our chief giving officer of our foundation. We'll talk about that later. Yes, we have our own foundation, which I think is something that speaks volumes about our company as well. We also have here our global master ambassador, Mr. Edwin Haynes, who is, I'm telling you, one of the most giving people out there. We've been around for just over a year, and this gentleman has circled the globe, going out and meeting face to face with people from every walk of life to help them grow their business, and just a really selfless guy, just a phenomenal global master ambassador for our company. And Miss Lori Spears, our director of travel. We call her our travel goddess. She absolutely is a goddess in the travel industry. She not only is the director of travel for us, but she has over 20 years of experience, and she has worked on behalf of the entire cruise industry to testify before Congress to help them understand the things that they need to know when working with the cruise industry and how to make things better for everyone as a whole. So she is just phenomenal in the So how will we bring this vision to the world, going from the taxi cab era to the Uber era? It all starts with our perpetual residual income builder. So when you think about Siri and you think about Alexa, you want to next think about the Priv. That is our version of Siri and Alexa. It does so many things, and it encompasses so many aspects of our company, and we'll go through them with you. But it is how we are changing the model of network marketing and how things are done for both distributors and customers. So we take data analytics, artificial intelligence, and world-class customer service. We call it world-class combine them together, and that is how the Priv supports our distributors. So we're talking about not just high tech, but high touch, because one without the other does not work. And so you need to have a technology element right now in the world, the way things are going. And so you use the two biggest technologies out there, data analytics and artificial intelligence. That is phenomenal. But if you just had those two, it wouldn't work either. You still need high touch. And so we have, just like American Express has their black card service and their white glove service for their customers, we have the same thing for our distributors and our customers. Talk a little bit about how the PRIV helps with your customers. So again, you have your data analytics and your artificial intelligence. What does that mean when it comes to your customers? That means they're going to do the selling for you, they're going to do the following up for you, and they're going to do the upselling for you. Yeah, I told you, people don't like to sell. This is your opportunity to have your Uber moment, your Amazon moment. You know, you weren't called, if you weren't an accredited distributor, to be a part of those companies when they were conceptualizing things and when they were first getting started and showing some success. You may have gotten called when it was already a opportunity that was on the public stock exchange to participate in a financial way. But here you are within the first year or so of a company opening, being able to participate at the ground level and using artificial intelligence and data analytics, the things that are making Uber and Amazon such big companies, but now use it in a network marketing sector. And you can use it with your customers, with your contacts to help grow. And so let's talk about how it works with your team. With your team, our company uses our PRIV, the artificial intelligence, data analytics, and our world-class people power to welcome your team, to do the orientation for your team, to do your training, upgrading, those call them and talk to them about events. And that all helps with your retention. Because if you've ever been in a situation where you wanted to build a team, it's all about retention, making sure that everyone gets what they need at every level. And so we're able to do all this with our PRIV. Let's talk about how it actually works, because I know I've given you some good information, but most people want to know, okay, now let's get to it. Tell me how it actually works. Well, we have what we consider our front door that gets people into our PRIV. And our front door is called our site for iGo. And that's short for I Go for Less. That is our travel site. And we have in just 12 months over 500,000 customers, guys. That's huge. It takes companies years to get to that point. So why we decided to start with travel is, here it is. Travel is an $8 trillion industry. I will tell you that prior to getting involved with network marketing, my husband and I, we owned our own investment banking firm that we facilitated financing for businesses that needed anywhere from $1 million to $200 million. And that meant that we got to look at the companies, vet the companies, understand what made them tick, if they were eligible for financing, what made them a good business. The first thing that you want to look for when you're evaluating a good business, not only one that is looking for financing, but one that you want to be involved in and participate with, is the industry. How big is the industry? That's one of the first things you want to look at. The second thing you want to look at is the leadership. So we talked about the leadership already. Now we're going to talk about the industry. Travel is an $8 trillion industry, as you can see here. Asia alone books over $6 billion a day in travel. Europe over $4.8 billion a day. The United States, $2.8 billion a day. And Latin America, $953 million a day. Guys, with Asia, if we broke that down into per second, that would be over $70,000 per second in travel bookings. You know, right now we're going through a global pandemic and people aren't traveling. So if you're new to this call, you may say, oh man, you know, hold the horses. This isn't the best time for travel. Let me tell you it is. Because number one, the prices are ridiculously cheap. So customers all around the world are clamoring to book their trips for the next 12 months. That's number one. And number two, this too shall pass. And as soon as the doors open and people are able to get on planes, you can go on social media right now and see meme after meme of people, you know, what they're going to look like when sliding through the airport on their suitcase. I put a post up asking people how many people are packed, have their bags packed already, and countless people are ready to go. This is the time that you want to get ahead of something, because as soon as people, the masses, find out, okay, it's okay, I can now book a flight. If you're not in front of them with your product, you missed the boat. This is the time to position yourself. This is the time to be able to get out there and let people know, number one, that there's a better way to travel, and number two, that you can help them. So let's talk about something on the right-hand side of the screen. There are two companies that have monopolized the travel industry for years, Booking Holdings and Expedia Group. It's like the little hidden secret that no one ever talks about, but they own over 45 booking websites that you and I have used traditionally to book our trips. And I don't know about you, but I've gone on to booking sites and spent hours going back and forth, looking for the right hotel, making sure I got the right price. Lo and behold, they probably were all owned by the same company, because really all of those sites are just marketing sites. Colors, different strategies to appeal to certain demographics. And so I probably was looking at all of the sites owned by Booking Holdings, right? And so when you look at it, they have amassed over $190 billion in revenue alone in 2018. Those two companies by themselves. Guys, we are coming in and we are making a huge difference for people. They have what's something that's called price parity. So it's about the same retail prices, and they control the markup on all those different rooms. So when you go and you look from one to another to the next one, and you save, you bookmark them all, you're only saving about $5, $10, $20 maybe on average between the rooms. And now we get to change that for our customers everywhere. We pass on our savings to our customers. And this is how it works. Here are some examples. We're going to start in this far left-hand corner. You see this New York hotel room. It's a 4.5-star hotel room, and it shows on Expedia that particular hotel was $339 per night. Well, on our site, I go for less, it was only $178, $161 a night. Let's look at the next example, which is my absolute favorite. Paris, France, a 4-star hotel on Travelocity, $440 per night. When you look down here on our site, when I go, it's only $130 a night. That means that someone was able to save $310 a night. You know, I become a hero if I can show my husband and I can save him $310 a night on a booking, right? Because now when you go to Paris, most people aren't going for one night, yes or yes. They're going for multiple nights because of the time it takes to get there. Well, if we go for 7 or 10 days, I could potentially save him $3,000. Guys, that's a lot of shoes for me. Women, think about the liberation that you have just created for shopping experiences around the world by saving money on travel. New York City, we have another example. We have a rental car here for $392 per night. And on our site, I go, it's $221 per night, a savings, $221 period, a savings of $171. Who knew that you could save money on rental cars? I didn't even know it was a thing. For years, we've rented rental cars to go meet with business partners, to go visit client sites. I never knew there was even a possibility of saving money on rental cars. You know, you're in between cars while your car is getting fixed, or you're in between buying cars. I rented cars for months at a time. Never knew there was an option to rent to save money. I could have saved thousands of dollars simply by having access to this site as a free customer. Well, let's look and dig into this a little bit more. We have some actual reservation confirmations. We'll go over here to the right. We'll look at Ruben's reservation. His total reservation was $450. He got 510 rewards credits. Stop the presses right there. The rewards credits are one of my favorite things, and I'll dig into that in a little bit. Remember this, a $450 reservation, he gets 510 rewards credits, and the savings, the total savings was over $1,300. Shoe money, serious shoe money, guys. Let's talk dollars and cents, right? And so the next person, Ian here, his reservation, $624, 695 rewards credits, and over $300 in savings. And the last one is our CEO, one of his first trips that he booked, because he said, like many of you are saying right now, is this a real hotel room? He wanted to find out for sure. And so when we have our customers book on our sites, they are looking at the very same inventory, the exact room, the exact accommodations that you see on all of the other booking sites. The difference is you're paying discount prices on all of those, bookings.com, Travelocity, Expedia, Pagoda, but we're paying wholesale prices with us. So our CEO wanted to test it out. He wanted to make sure there were going to be windows when he got there. So for his reservation, his reservation was $1,300. He got 1,600 rewards credits and had a savings of $1,589. Powerful, guys, powerful. So let's talk about what exactly is on this site that we're talking about, our travel site, I Go for Less. We have access to 5-star lifestyles at 3-star. That is just phenomenal. And so outside of the hotels that we just have rental cars, cruises, flights, disclaimer, the flights are there simply as a convenience. Our flights, we cannot guarantee prices on flights because of the FAA, but they're there as a convenience so that you can go there to just one place to book your trip. I will tell you from my personal experience, we have seen tremendous discounts on international flights. And so I don't go anywhere else because I have my Delta rewards points that I get from Delta, but when I book on I Go for Less, I also get reward points there. Doubling up on those points, stacking on the value, right? We have our exclusive homes. These are $1 million or more homes that you can rent for your family around the world. Our Weeks button, again, one of my favorites. My husband took him for his birthday in December, one of the 6 trips that we took last year with I Go. We went to the islands. We went to the Dominican Republic. We stayed at a 5-star resort for 8 days, 7 nights. It was all inclusive and paid just over $500 for 2 of us. For the entire stay, guys, 8 days, 7 nights, $500. You can't beat it for a 5-star resort. Love, love, love the Weeks button. The Weeks button is worth everything. We have our marketplace, and we have a spot for if you own a timeshare, you can list your timeshare on our site. They will book it for you and send you the money. Goodness gracious, that alone is enough to say yes. And so some of our additional lifestyle activities, rewards, and savings that you can experience on I Go for Less are shore excursions, theme parks, outdoor activities, shopping rewards. You could play golf. Golf advocates love our site because they get to go to some of the premier sites, golf courses, and pay pennies on the dollar. We have a wine club, we have gift cards, restaurant savings, worldwide tours, and emergency travel services. So we talked about those reward points, right? And I said we're going to put a pin in it and get back to it. So check this out. Now I get to go to the DR for a whole week, book our flights and our resort, get reward points for it all, get those reward points and buy gift cards on our site. I get to take those gift cards and go shopping at Nordstrom's for guess what? More shoes. He doesn't know where all the shoe money is coming from. And also with our wine club, I can take the rewards points from a hotel stay that we have and use it to buy wine on our wine club. Guys, it's just so phenomenal the way they put this all together. Look at this price. This is what has me so stoked about making sure that everyone I know has access to this site. And right now I have just over 1,100 customers. I made sure that, again, everyone I know, if you talk to me at any point in the last year, I have told you about this free travel site because I want to make sure that everyone has the access to travel, go 5-star locations and pay 3-star prices. Travel absolutely changes. This price guarantee, I feel really confident that when I tell someone, hey, use this site to look up your destination, that they're going to be completely satisfied, because the company says if they book on our site and they happen to see a lower price somewhere else on a competitor's website, they'll give them 110% price guarantee. That's beautiful. They're going to give them 100% of the difference plus an extra 10% off for the inconvenience of having someone else book at a cheaper price. People don't do that at this day and age. So that's beautiful. So we took the travel, combined it with rideshare, and they just match perfectly, right? So we have our own rideshare called Rides. Now look at this. I've talked to you so far the benefits of travel. Now I'm going to talk to you about being an ambassador. Some of the things that can come along with deciding, hey, not only do I want to save money for myself, but I want to be able to make sure other people save money. So here it is. Our site we have for our ambassador platform. This person is saving 41% on this resort in Cancun, 5-star resort in Cancun, saving 41%. Phenomenal. The public price that they would see on any other site is $1,046. On our site, the savings for them is $424 as a travel savings ambassador. So they're only paying $621. Well, if they decided, listen, I want to be an ambassador for this industry, I want to also tell other people about it and give them the site for free, they can give this site to everyone that they know, and they can use the site for free. And when they do, they can both go to Cancun together, have a girls trip, a guys trip, a wedding, a family reunion, whatever they want. But now everyone that they gave the site to for free could get 20% savings. So just half of whatever the ambassador saves, the customer saves half of that amount. So now they are saving $212. Will your friends be really excited that you showed them how to save $212 off of what they were already going to pay on Travelocity or Expedia? Yes, right? And so now they're going to pay $834. They're excited. They saved $212. Let's talk about what you get out of it, because you were generous enough to make sure that your friends and family save money. Good friends don't let friends and family pay more. I just think that's the way life goes, right? So here's how this works. You gave them the free site. They, your free customers, $112 in this instance. The company is going to give half of that back to you in a travel savings bonus. So because you gave your friend, your family member, your neighbor a free site, they booked their own trip. They didn't call you or talk to you about their plans. They went online just like they would any other time, booked their own trip. They saved $212. The company is giving you a check for $106. It doesn't get any better than that. Well, you may have been introduced to the company by someone else, and that person, because they introduced you, the company's going to give them a portion of the additional money that is available in the commission. So that $74 is going to be paid to the upline above you. Just company is so generous. So here you see 50% is paid to you as their referring ambassador, and 35% is paid out and converted in a commissionable volume for the upline. So let's look at this. All right. Question. If you wanted to make an extra $3,000 this year, let's forget the pandemic. It's regular time in your life and you just want to earn an extra $3,000. You got a kid graduating from high school. You have a child turning 16. You want to take a special anniversary trip with your husband, getting ready to retire. Whatever it is, you wanted to make an extra $3,000 this year. Could you just walk in and say, hey, I just need an extra $3,000, and they would give it to you? Or do you need to go get another certificate? Do you need to work extra hours? Do you need to go get another degree? There's so many factors that people have to go through to get an extra amount of money on their job. Well, here's where it gets different. With us, you can just bless more people. So in this model, this says you have a total of 10 customers who save on average $600. 10 times 600 is 6,000. So that means those 10 people went out and booked their own trips. You saw that if they went to that one hotel in Paris and just stayed for 2 nights, they would have saved $600, right? So let's say they save that $600 each. That's 10 people that save 6,000. The company cuts you a check for $3,000. It doesn't get any easier than that. Giving someone something for free, they were going to go travel anyway for a wedding, for a funeral, for a vacation, for work, whatever it was, they were going to travel anyway. Now you just gave them a way to save money, and now you get paid for doing it. What if you said, this makes so much sense to me. I know other people who are ready for a plan B. I know other people who would love to make an extra $3,000 a year or more. What if I built a team? What if I went out and got just super excited? There are over 12 million people have filed for, and actually I think it's 16 million people now who have filed for unemployment in the last 30 days. Could you possibly find 50 people who are saying enough is enough? I need a way to make money right now. And not that you talk to all 50 yourself. Let's say you got 5 and those 5 went out and got 2 or 3 each. What if you all came together and as a team, you all gave 10 people the ability to save money on travel? Here's what that would look like. If they each save $600, and that would be 50 people, each had 10 team members, that's 500 customers. 10 customers each, 500 customers, bear with me. And then they each save $600. That would mean that you, as the person who was in that upline receiving those overrides that I talked about on the last screen, now you're that person that's receiving those generous overrides. This is what it looks like for you. That could be $58 a day, or an average $1,700 a month, or an extra $20,000 a year. This is completely separate from you giving your 10 customers the ability to go out and save money, an extra $20,000 on top of that. So we're just stacking on the money. I hope this is exciting for you. I hope you're getting fired up and saying, yes, I'm so glad that I took the time to jump on this call this evening. Let's talk about something else. We're just going to make this better. Gooder and gooder, right? One of the fastest growing segments in travel is the rideshare industry. And so we talked about our crib and what our front door was. We already had 500,000 customers who are booked on and using our travel site. We plugged them into the crib, and then that crib's just spinning around, finding out, what do they like? Where are they going? Have you ever looked at something on Amazon? Or my goodness, I had a conversation with someone recently, went to my Facebook page, conversation via text on my cell phone, went to my Facebook page, and an advertisement for the exact product popped up on my Facebook page. That's artificial intelligence, data analytics. We're not getting paid for it. iBuumerang is going to make sure you get paid for it, right? So now that customer's going to Florida, they're going to land in Orlando, they're getting off the plane, and they need a ride. Usually they would start looking for an Uber or a Lyft. When now the crib knows that your customer is going to Disney World, which millions of people are getting ready to do as soon as this is over. They get off the plane, they'll get a notification from the crib, hey, we know you need a ride to the Westin property because they booked their property on your site. Why don't you take your first ride with Vibe Rides, our rideshare company? And guess what? That's just the second of many verticals that we have coming out that you wouldn't have done any more work, but you'll still get paid for it for life every time one of your free. How phenomenal is that? So let's talk about the rideshare industry. The rideshare industry is a $24.4 billion industry. It's projected to get to over $1 trillion. Guys, that is massive. Right now, there are over 98 million people using rideshare, but only 5.3 million drivers. So there is plenty of room. People thought like, oh man, Uber is out there already. Is the space already too crowded? Lyft is there now. 5 million drivers can't service 98 million customers. We need more drivers, and here we are now able to refer drivers to get paid for it. So Vibe is the next generation of rideshare. There are 3 ways that you can earn money with Vibe. You can earn money if you decided you want to earn money when others drive, and you can earn money when your customers take a ride. That's called R3. Let's break this fare down real quick. Let's say for number's sake, we're going to use a $100 fare. The numbers easy, and we'll show you how it works. So this driver, the person driving for 5 rides, would earn 75% of that $100 or $75. You, as the person who gave the driver the free app so that they could go drive and make a living, you would earn 3% of that, or $3. The person who enrolled you and said, you know, I think this is something you really need to take a look at, that person, because they were generous enough to get you on this call this evening, they're going to earn 3% as well. They're not taking, the company's not taking it from you. You got your own 3%. The company is being very generous in the amount of money that they're putting out into the field. 75% to the driver, 3% to the person who enrolled the driver, and 3% to the person who enrolled that person. So let's look. Remember, I talked about there was a customer as well involved. So the customer who took a ride, someone gave that customer the free app. That person is going to earn 3% every time that customer takes a drive. And the person who referred this travel savings ambassador also earns 3%. Guys, there's money going everywhere, right? You can see it going out, shooting out both sides of the car, and I absolutely love it. What's even better than that is our Boom Foundation that I talked about earlier. Mr. Peter Hirsch, attorney Peter Hirsch, is a network marketing attorney with so much integrity and so respected in the industry. One of the things that he has decided to spearhead for us is our Boom Foundation. So every time we give a customer a free app to use our travel service and they activate it, a nourishing meal is sent to a child around the world. How beautiful is that? Every time someone uses the rideshare app, a nourishing meal is sent to a child somewhere in the world. So we, with the Boom Foundation, have just decided to go all the way out and make sure that we are doing something beautiful to bless people around. So the question is, do you boomerang? And I hope you're saying, yes, I boomerang. I missed my opportunity to be a part of Uber. I missed my opportunity to be a part of Amazon. And by the way, Facebook asked me for all my contacts 10 years ago, and I said, okay, because I didn't know any better, and they've been paid billions of dollars on your contacts. Here is your chance to now have your contact help them save money and make money. It's so simple. That they're developing, you'll be able to just give the smart codes to someone who wants to either use the travel site or the rideshare site. They use it, it's a smart code, they activate it, and every time they use the service, you get paid. Oh, here's a fun fact for you. And this number is a little outdated because this slide about a month or two ago, but we have served over 4.4 at that time million proper servings of nutrition to children around the world. So to the Boom Foundation and iBuumerang for being generous and saying, you know, we're boomeranging. We're throwing something out. Just like you throw a boomerang out. Well, if you throw it the right way, I'll add that. But you throw that boomerang out, it's supposed to come back to you, right? So we're throwing out goodwill. We're throwing out access to savings for travel. We're throwing out access to rideshare at discounted prices. We're throwing all this out and something good is coming back to us in the form of cash or just goodwill. But also what we wanted to do is have our foundation and just make sure we just added more good that we're putting out into the atmosphere. So I'm just very proud of the work that we're doing. And this year for 2020, goal is to feed 15 million children, and I know we're going to do it. So look at this. Here are just more ways you can get paid. We won't go into the details. We'll have plenty of time to break this down for you. But this just shows you there's more money to be made here. With this company, you can join us at coach class, business class, or first class. And at each level, when someone introduces someone on their first level at coach, business class, and first class, they get paid a direct fast start bonus of $22.50, $45, and $90. Guys, I'm going to tell you something that's going to knock your socks off about this first class package right now. And so the big thing, the thing you want to focus on most is right now, while you're sitting here watching this presentation and thinking like, oh, this makes so much sense. I bet you every time you hear something new, you think of someone. Someone's name pops up in your head. Write their name down right now, because those are going to be some of the first people you want us to share this with right away this night. We can get you started making money. So let's look at some more money that you can make. Again, the company is very generous with their compensation plan. Our CEO has helped CEOs of multiple companies create and develop compensation plans. And so he put this together. He made sure that we are being paid at the highest level, and he's making sure that most of the money goes out into the field and that they're still able to run a dynamic company debt free. All right, so here's something that's called a dual team bonus. So when someone comes into the company, here you are. When you sponsor someone, they either have to go on your left side or on your right side. There's only two ways that they can go, the left or the right. And so that means that you have someone comes in on the left, that your second person comes on the right. The third person that comes in has to go either on the left or the right. Or when this person under you on your left-hand side sponsors someone, they can go on the left or the right on that side. And so the company takes a snapshot every Sunday night at the volume of both teams. It does a snapshot and it says, we're going to pay out up to 20% on the volume of the lesser team just because you are out there making a difference. You're out there helping people change their lives by introducing them to this opportunity. And when they do that, they'll pay you 20% of the volume created that week for your lesser team. And so in this example, this team had $10,000 or $10,000 in commissionable volume. This team had $5,000 in commissionable volume. They got paid 20% or an extra $1,000 for that week alone, simply by going out and inviting people to view presentations like this. So this is just another way you get paid. There is a weekly cap. I am sad to say, but there's a weekly cap. There's a maximum of $250,000 you can make per week. If you're saying, what in the world, who makes $250,000 a week? You're in the right place. Hold your britches, because this cap was put on here because our CEO in his last company maxed out on his weekly compensation. And he decided, in this company, we're going to bump it up. We're taking it out to $250,000. We're going to have people maxing that out as well. So how do we get started? There's a standby package. We call it pretty much a registration package. It's $49.95. That allows you to just have a customer site. You don't get to stay the same as ambassadors. You stay the same as a customer. And with that said, you get the ability to get 5 boomerang sites. You can earn not the full 50% of the commission. You earn 25% of that. And you can earn also, as a travel savings ambassador, a 25% for referring groups. You also have access to the slickest interactive presentation ever. I'm telling you guys, I have financed over $2 billion in financing for businesses over my career. I've never seen a company that has this level of technology at only a year old. You are getting involved in something that is absolutely amazing. All right. So as a brand new ambassador, if you can't wait for the presentations to take place like this one multiple times a day, 7 days a week, you have the ability to give someone an interactive presentation that they can watch, and it does everything. They watch the presentation asks them at the end if they're ready to join, if they have more questions, or if they're not ready to get started. Notice comes to you via email, and it lets you know what to do next. What's the next step to take with that person? And you get an online management system that is second to none. It's like having QuickBooks and a secretary put into one, and it's phenomenal. And so if you start here, you can have this. It's a $49.95 per month monthly subscription to take care of your back office and for your crib, for all the technology that goes into your crib. But listen, this is just like being in standby at the airport. If you've ever flown standby, you were excited at the notion But once you got to the airport, you weren't so excited, right? Because you're on pins and needles, hoping that you were going to get on the airplane to get to the destination you wanted to get to. We don't want you on pins and needles. We want you in the game. This is how you get into the game. Here are our global packages that you can choose from. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, first class is the way to go. First class gives you access to everything, and it allows you to make the most money, right? If you're going to do an activity, would you rather do an activity and get paid some of the money for the activity or get paid the most amount of money for that same activity, right? The money is what you're going to want. And so here are our packages. I'll break them down for you. We talked about our travel site and how we as ambassadors can save money. Well, we get to save up to 70% on our personal travel. With Coach Class, it gives you access to hotels, flights, and rental cars. That's all you get at Coach Class. If you upgrade to business class, you now have cruises included. If you go all the way, you come in at first class, you now have everything that I mentioned before, plus the $1 million homes. You have the weeks button, the DR, 8 days, 7 nights for $500. You can't beat that anywhere, all inclusive. You have your marketplace, our lifestyle button. One of my team members, I shared this with him before he became a team member. He was getting ready to go on a trip to Miami, and he was telling me the different things that they do as him and his group of guys that they go with. And one of the things that they would do is rent a yacht. I showed him the exact same yacht that he would rent for $6,000 a day. It was on our site for $3,000. That was it. It was worth it for him to come in at first class and get access to that yacht and save, or it was like $2,500 in savings. And then remember, if you have a timeshare already that you don't quite use, you can list it on the site and get paid for it. So we have our boomerangs. Those are the free sites that you can give away. Remember I talked about giving yourself a $3,000 raise? Well, giving 10 of those away and having people go away and save up to $600 would allow you to get that $3,000. So with Coach Class, you start with 10 boomerangs, and you don't still earn the full commission available, that 50%. You only earn half of that. So why not bump up to business class where you now get 25 boomerangs, and now you start to earn 100% of the commissions available when your customers travel. Or better yet, first class, where all the value is. You start with 50 boomerangs, you earn 100% on everything that your customer does on the site. So that's great. Let's talk about that dual team. I talked about the ability to earn up to 20% per week, that $250,000 per week cap that there was. Well, if you are a coach, you start with 10% on your dual team commission. Business class, you can earn 12%, and first class, you can earn 15% every single week for doing the same work that you were doing at Coach Class. And let's talk about our luxury experiences. Our company has just spoiled us. We're in the travel business, so they make sure we travel in first class. They do it first class all the way. So we have something called luxury experiences. And when you go at Coach Class, you have what's called general release. That means you get to book it when everybody else books it. But at business class, you get 1 week notification, pre-sale notification to book it at a VIP level 2 reservation. So what's the big difference, right? Well, let's say we're going on a cruise and there are only 10,000 cabins. We have over 50,000 distributors. Don't you think the first 10,000 that can go on and book are going to book? So you want to make sure that you have the advance notice to be able to book your reservation. And here we go. First class, you get 2 weeks in advance before everyone else. So there it is. First class is definitely the way to go. These packages, the price for Coach Class is $250, business class is $500, and first class is typically $1,000. But we have a stimulus program going on this month. Please get with the person that invited you after you enroll, because you're going to want to know all the details of this stimulus program. But remember, enroll first, enroll quickly, because that binary that I showed you, the dual team, a person goes here, a person goes here. If you don't lock in one of those first 2 spaces, then someone else can sign up before you and you have to go under them. Wouldn't you rather be at the top of that so that you're getting the revenue from everything that the person under you does as well, a portion of that from that dual team? So jump on in at first class, you can get your first class package for only $750 right now. That's phenomenal. The value that you get at first class is unheard of. Get your first class ticket and make sure that you understand that we have a $99.95 per month subscription fee for hosting our business. Again, that takes care of your back office and it takes care of your prep. As a traditional business owner, I can tell you, in the days when we had to buy paper, we spent more than $99 per month on paper and it didn't really add any value for us. The $99 per month that you'll spend with this company will make you as successful as your wildest dreams can imagine. Guys, I am so glad you joined us. The way that you get started is getting back with the person who introduced you to this call and making sure that your questions answered from them. We have leadership that can get on a three-way with you and answer some questions, but you want to hear again before people find out that they can start traveling again. With that said, I'm going to welcome you to the team because you took the time to be here. You sat through this presentation, and I just want you to hear a couple of other excited people who are on the call who have made the decision to join us and hear why they're so excited. Who do we have out there? Please, anyone, unmute yourself and share with our guests why you're so excited about iBuumerang. You have anyone that has a testimony or wants to share why they're so excited and what iBuumerang has meant for them?
Hi.
Hi, Becky. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. I just wanted to say thank you for your presentation. And
Sure.
I love this company, the passion of our teammates, the leaders in this company are fabulous. And I love that everybody gives of their heart. So thank you.
Fantastic. Yes, I tell you, the leadership is second to none here. I am just so honored and blessed to be associated with them. So thank you, Becky. Mr. Bernstein, did you have anything that you would like to share with the group before we close out?
Absolutely. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Let me bring my video on here. Can you see me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
You're in vacay mode. I see you.
Vacay mode.
Back, don't you?
Yep, vacay mode. We're getting ready. So as we know that this pandemic, this global pandemic that we're in is going to pass here pretty soon, we hope, okay? And when it does, hey, everybody's going to be hitting the airways. Everybody's going to be traveling. Everybody's going to be non-social distancing, meaning that they're going to be with friends and family members. So this is definitely the perfect time to, join this company and get these boomerangs out to your friends, your family members, your coworkers, your neighbors, people that are in your community, because they're going to travel on somebody's site anyway, meaning that they're going to travel on one of the discount sites who's ripping everybody off blindly, or they're going to travel on our site, which means that we're going to pass the savings off to them as a customer. And so you want to get this in front of people right now. So excited about the movement. You did a fantastic presentation tonight. And for those of you all that are guests tonight, you may not know Tonya Lawrence actually was an investment banker, her and her husband. They joined this opportunity when we first got started in March of 2019. And they climbed the ranks on a very, very part-time basis, just using her contacts and her credibility. They climbed the ranks already to a sapphire position in our company, which simply means that her organization on a monthly basis does between $15,000 in volume to a penny shy of $40,000 in volume every calendar month, which means she brings home up to $3,000 per week in her business in commission that she puts in her bank account. So it's amazing the kind of success that you can have no matter what your background is. If you're an investment banker, if you are a regular employee, if you don't even have a job, or if you are a doctor. I mean, we have people from all walks of life that are a part of our organization and a part of this company. And guess what? We all are winning in a down economy. So if you want to understand what we're doing, connect with the person that invited you on the webinar tonight. Get yourself enrolled, but don't just be selfish. Don't think about just yourself and your current situation. Think about their situation that possibly could be hitting them as well. Everybody right now needs to recognize that this is the new normal. This is the new normal. They're sending us a message that it's time for change. And see, time will change you or you will change it. So you'll change now or you'll change later. You got to be responsive to change versus reactive to change. So here it is. We already, us in this company, we were already responsive to change, meaning that we had already started this mission. We had already started this business before we hit the global pandemic. And this won't be the last issue that we have in the society. Every 10 years, we go through something. So it's a message, just like Robert Kiyosaki's been saying for years. It's a message to everybody out there that you have to mind your business versus minding somebody else's. And what you're going to see coming out of this, and this is just me speaking, I'm not an expert on this, but what you're going to see coming out of this is that everybody's going to have their own home-based business in order to survive. Because the days of working 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life and try to retire for 40% of what you can't even live off of right now today, gone. Gone. So how are people going to maintain? And this is not just a United States or a Canada issue. This is a worldwide issue, which is why we're a global company. 188 countries. We're already in the first couple of months of being involved in this company. Our company's on a mission to save our portion of the economy. We have an economic stimulus package that we've even put out there that Mr. Holton Bucks has delivered to us. So get back with the person, folks, that invited you on the webinar. Turn your dreams into reality. Find out how you can use our system to make your extra $500 a month, extra $1,000 a month, or an extra $10,000 a month, whatever it is you're looking for. Because whatever it is you're looking for is looking for you. So we look forward to working with you. We're looking forward to supporting you and doing webinars like this twice a day at 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Matter of fact, tonight I'm going to even do a training call for the entire network that we have, our entire family for the Dream Team. I'm going to do a powerful training tonight, so you can feel free to invite, your guest on tonight or even join our call and take some notes on how our system works, how you can turn your dreams into reality, folks. So with that, I will definitely just say thanks a lot for joining us and looking forward to working with each and every one of you all. And Tonya, Lawrence, great job on the call tonight. Thank you all the people that gave their testimonials tonight. This is the time right now, folks, and it's your time and it's your turn. We'll see you at the top. We'll see you at the bank, and we're going to see you on one of the beaches around the world. Good night, everybody.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Good night.
Thank you. Boom.